Hello everyone and welcome back to more Marvel Champions. I can stop whenever I want. It is the same sort of session as the previous game, Captain America vs. Ultron, and I got halfway through editing that during my lunch and noticed that the retaliate that the shield upgrade gives you is just for having the upgrade. I misunderstood it as being when you block. So I noticed that, I put a correction on it. It didn't really affect much because I think I didn't actually get attacked that much. I either made allies take it or I made the villain scheme. But it was something I misunderstood, so I put something up like that, about that rather, and I think the only other mistake I noticed as I was editing was one time when I did block, I forgot I should have been tapped. So hopefully that was almost entirely correct. I guess when the comments go live on that one, I will see. Today, I'm trying out the other hero pack I picked up super cheap in a sale. I'm going to try out Thor, and we're just going to go against Rhino. Keep it basic by just going against Rhino again from the core box. I am interested though in feedback on what expansions I should check out if true solo is my preferred way to play. I know you can play two heroes by yourself, I've seen it done. It does seem like a lot to keep track of though, and increase the odds of forgetting or getting stuff wrong. So I'd rather still start with true solo expansions, because I've heard eventually they aren't that great if you're only using one hero, because you just can't keep up with the shenanigans that the villains do. So you can let me know about that. But anyway, let's focus on today. We've seen Rhino already, so I don't really need to cover that. He's trying to break in and steal some vibranium. It's a super simple one. It's the most basic villain. Let's take a look at Thor. So Thor starts on his Odin Sun side. He can recover for 4 on this side. He has a massive 14 hit points and a hand size of 5 on his alter ego side. And he has an action called Worthy. This is slightly different to how Captain America's was, which had the setup keyword, meaning you do it before the game starts. I'm going to shuffle this into the deck in a second. I'm just showing you. He can search your deck and discard pile for Mjolnir and add it to your hand. You can do it once per round in that form. So this is what Mjolnir looks like. It gives him a +1 attack and flying, and that's relevant for some of his cards. So I will shuffle this into there because that's not going to be the initial hand or anything. And while we're doing that, or while I'm doing that, there is his hero side, and he on his hero side has a hand size of 4, which is amazingly restrictive. I know some of the stronger characters are like that. He only has a thwart of 1 as well, which is a little low. He has a response called Have At Thee. After you engage a minion, draw 2 cards. So that's a way for him to get more cards. And I presume a minion coming out counts as him engaging them, because it's worded the way it is for multiple players. So I'm pretty sure if you're playing true solo, every minion counts as engaged with you when they come out. So that would be a way for him to get more card draw. I think he has some other cards in his deck that do that as well. And he is using an aggression aspect like Captain Marvel was. So initial hand size is 5 because we start on the Odin Sun side. So let's see what we get and whether or not I want to mulligan. Heimdall, Lightning Strike, get over here, Defender of the Nine Realms, and a Hammer Throw. Heimdall is very expensive to come out. He costs 5. That is restrictively expensive. We're going to mulligan him. Lightning Strike needs lightning resources. Well, we certainly have that. And we can deal damage to a minion. Discard cards from the top of your encounter deck until you discard a minion. That involves milling the enemy deck. I'm going to mulligan that as well. We'll keep these 3 and draw 2 more. Another get over here. He thinks he's Scorpion. And, oh, that's good. Double energy card. And very apt because he's on it. So that is the position at which we're starting the game. And in order to try and make this one not last an hour and me lose my voice again because I don't realise how long I've been talking, let's just jump straight in after this quick word from my channel sponsor. This video is sponsored by Noble Knight Games. Check out the video description below for an affiliate link that will take you through to their store, and it will help me out as well. Thanks. As a reminder, Rhino also has 14 health in his first form, and the very first thing I'm doing is immediately doing the action on the Odin Sun side to search for Mjolnir in the deck. I've done it off camera just to save you watching me having to shuffle this again. So this gets added to hand, although I will be playing it. And we'll be getting rid of a get over here. I can't help but think of Scorpion. To bring out Mjolnir, which I'm going to treat as an ally even though it's an upgrade, because what is Thor without his hammer? He is the god of hammers after all. So he's +1 attack, and with that we are immediately going to switch to our hero side, and we're going to open by hitting Rhino really, really hard is my plan. So we're going to spend 3 energy on Hammer Throw, just to prove that he's the god of hammers and nothing else. Hammer Throw. Hero action attack. Exhaust Mjolnir to deal 8 damage to an enemy and return Mjolnir to your hand. This attack gains overkill. That just means if you killed a minion, the damage would then go to someone else. I think you get to choose if there's multiple minions, but it doesn't matter here because it's just Rhino. So that is 8 damage. Mjolnir would tap and then come back into hand. And 8 damage. There's 4. And then he's just like that, down to 6. I'm going to use Lightning Strike to bring Mjolnir back out. Just so we have it. And then we're just going to tap Thor to attack for 2. And bring Rhino down to 4. So just like that, 10 damage. Which is really good for an opening gambit. But obviously, when it comes to thwarting and when it comes to options, because your hand size is so small, that's where Thor's not going to excel. So anyway, my turn is over. I untap. I draw a mighty 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jolly good. And the 4 cards are God of Thunder, Valkyrie. Invulnerability, which to me seems like a terrible card that you would immediately want to replace. When I look through his deck, it's like it does not seem worth the cost, but maybe I don't understand its usage. And for Asgard. So those are my options. And with that, we go to... I'm going to have to move the camera slightly. I don't like how reflective the poor hammer is. Go to the villain turn. We have 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino is attacking us, and I'm just going to take it to the face for 2 plus 1. He's hitting for 3. We are down to 11. And then an encounter card. And I wouldn't be mad at a minion coming out. Oh, okay, I didn't check in advance. It is Sandman. A criminal elite. Toughness. He enters play with a tough. That's more annoying because that previous card I used in round 1 would have immediately ignored tough and just killed him. He's 4 health with tough. He's got a massive attack of 3. That's actually pretty nasty. But hopefully Thor can deal with it. Well, unfortunately the hammer is just too powerful. I moved it down there thinking, oh, it's not going to catch the light as much down there. Even though Thor isn't, the hammer, again, Mjolnir is just too powerful. So unfortunately it's just going to be pretty reflective. Also, I forgot Mjolnir is plus 1 attack. So when Thor attacked he hit for 3. So Rhino is actually on 3 health. I totally forgot that. But I have caught up now. Anywho, on this turn, we don't have many options as previously explained. I could spend my whole hand to get Valkyrie out, which is what I think I'm going to do. When she comes out, she deals 2 damage to a minion, or 3 if you use an energy resource, which I will be. So my best option here, Thor's hitting for 3, she's hitting for 3 for free, if you know what I mean, because it's her come out onto the field ability. So on that note, I guess it doesn't really matter who does what then. So I'm spending 3 to bring Valkyrie out. There is the 3. One of them is an energy resource. I will attack Sandman, absorb the tough with that hit. Or rather, his tough absorbs that free hit as her response for coming onto the battlefield like that. Neither of them can do enough damage to take him out in one go because he has 4 health though. Well, they're both going to have to tap to take him out. So 3 damage from Thor, 2 damage from Valkyrie, overkill by 1, and she takes 1 consequential. Sandman goes away. Oh, Thor should have drawn 2 cards when a minion came out. I totally forgot. Well, I'm drawing them now. Would they have changed anything? When your hero makes a basic attack, exhaust a weapon attack on your hero gets +3 for the attack. Yes, it does. Alright, we're undoing it slightly. I played Mean Swing when he swung for 3. So he was actually swinging for 6 and took Sandman out by himself. That means she still would have used her special ability when she came out to get rid of the tough. And we'll say she thwarted instead. Okay. All caught up. I'm discarding this because again, I don't understand this card. It costs so much and all it does is give your hero tough, where it's going to get used up instantly and it costs 3. And for some reason Nick Cage just is... Did I say Nick Cage? Luke Cage is refusing to be in focus for some reason. I know he's bulletproof, but he's not camera proof. Wow, that's so weird. There we go. Either way, I'm going to discard that card. End of my turn. Ready up. Ready up. She still has one consequential because she thwarted. And we're only drawing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least it'd be hard to mill his deck then if you're only drawing 4 every turn you're a hero. Another mean swing, another lightning strike, another Defender of the Nine Realms, yep. And Avengers Mansion, which just seems like a staple of all the basic like wave 1 decks. One threat on the main scheme. Rhino is attacking. I'm going to take it on Thor to the face. He's hitting for 4. No, and that would have been Odin's Anger, which is the unique obligation for Thor, but thankfully we're not going to see that. That is 4 damage though, so we're down to 7. So he's hitting as good as he's getting, almost. And then encounter card. Did I resolve an encounter card against myself turn 1? When revealed, the villain schemes. Well, he's only scheming for 1 plus a card, but let me just quickly check. Oh yeah, because it was Sandman. Yes. Just double checking. The villain is scheming for 1 plus... Oh, I'm so glad this is away as well. So he's schemed for 3 though, which is nasty when all he needs to get to is 7 to win. Because that's him up to 4, so we're going to have a thwarting turn. Alright, that's about the best angle I can do for anti-reflectiveness. It's just it's later in the day, so the studio lights are doing all the work now. So, I need a thwarting turn, and I found a way to do it, but it's risky. I'm going to play Defender of the Nine Realms. So this is a thwart action. We discard cards from the encounter deck until we find a minion. We put that minion into play and remove 3 threat. That also means we draw 2 cards as well. So hopefully we don't have to dig too deep to find a minion. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, we're having to go so deep. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no, come on. Come on! I've made a horrible mistake. I can't go back on it now though. Okay, shocker. That was bad. We just milled half the encounter deck. Whoops. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each hero. I'm sorry about that, Valkyrie. She's got 1 left, and Thor's down to 6. But, as I say, a bunch of stuff happens. 3 threat coming off of that. We draw 2. Thor's helmet, which gives him 5 health points. That's pretty good. And, oh, strength. Well, in that case, I'm going to spend strength to get Thor's helmet out. Permanent upgrade. Doesn't actually have the permanent keyword, so it can go away, but it gives me plus 5 health, so we're back to 11 of our max, which is now, hang on, there's 11, 19 is our max. Could be worse. Okay, let's see. What would Lightning Strike do? Spend, oh, it's energy resources. Not an option. We can't spend Avengers Mansion either, it's too expensive for our hand. Which means we're going in with Mean Swing. Again, when your hero makes a basic attack, exhaust a weapon, and it gets plus 3. Unfortunately... Oh, hang on, it's a... Actually, I should hold on to that for next turn, because Thor can just take out Shocker now. Just because of the plus 1 from Mjolnir. So, sure, tap Thor, 3 damage, Shocker, gone. Valkyrie... I think she's going to take the hit for me. Yeah, so we're not doing anything with her because any damage at all would take her out. So we're untapping. I'm getting rid of Avengers Mansion from my hand for sure. I think I'm going to hold on to Lightning... No, I'm going to get rid of Lightning Strike as well because I don't have any energy in my hand. We've already got rid of a double energy. So I'm drawing a total of 3 cards. Power of Aggression, Defender of the Nine Realms, I ain't falling for you again. And Battle Fury, which is an aggression card. So is Mean Swing. Enemy turn. 1 threat on the main scheme. He's attacking, and Valkyrie's going to take it, which is 3 damage. Goodbye, Valkyrie. And then encounter card. The villain schemes. That's terrible news. Base of 1. It's 2. So I'll take away one of the 1s and put a 3 there. That is bad when your character isn't very... Am I going to have to use that other 9 realms? I'm going to have to think. Yeah, I don't see an option other than... I'm going to have to do it. Defender of the Nine Realms. there must be more tightly dense minions here because the top half of the deck didn't have them. It has to be. Come on. There's another Hydra minion for sure. And I think, yeah, okay, Hydra Bomber, fine. So, when revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. I'm going to choose to place 1 threat because we're immediately removing 3 because of Defender of the Nine Realms. I also get to draw 2 because of Havati, Vulnerability, and Hall of Heroes. It's a location you put down after you defeat minions. You want to find that early. But, now we have options. Kind of. So, I'm going to use that invulnerability as a 1 resource to pay for Battle Fury. And we're immediately going to end up using this, but... response: after your hero attacks and defeats a minion, deal 1 damage to yourself and discard this card to ready your hero again, which is what we're going to make use of. And that means we can do some other stuff. Yeah, we can... I don't want to use Mean Swing this turn because I can just take Rhino to form 2 without doing that. But I'm worried about when his side scheme comes out when he changes form because I can't do anything about it, which seems to be Thor's massive disadvantage. But anyway, yeah, so I'm attacking the Hydro Bomber. I do 3 damage base, he has 2 health, boom, he's gone. Battle Fury, I'm taking 1 damage to myself to ready myself, discard this card. And we're smacking Rhino for 3, which takes him to 0, so he goes to phase 2. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for breaking and taking and put it into play, and then shuffle the encounter deck. I think I saw it fly by. Oh, that was Bomb Scare. Did it go by? Bomb Scare, False Alarm. Oh, it actually didn't. Crowd Control. Yeah, it didn't. It's one of the like 4 cards left here, so I'm gonna have to look at it, find it. It would have been the next card drawn. So, would you look at that? Shuffle what's left, which isn't much. Got to remember my turn isn't over yet, actually, so I can still hit him. Oh wait, no, I can't because I tapped for attacking. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat per person here, so there's 3 on it. And that's unfortunately double encounter cards. And how much health does he have? He has 15. So he's back up to 15 health. Next turn I can hit him for 6 at least. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm going to have to end my turn there. Do I want to get rid of anything? I'm going to get rid of Hall of Heroes. I think we found it too late in the game. So I'm going to discard that. Oh, I could flip over. No, but then he's going to scheme. And that just makes the situation worse. No, I'm going to have to take the damage. Alright, so we're drawing 2. Germbjorn, which is an upgrade. After your hero attacks, spend a physical resource to deal 2 damage. Oh, that's neat. And Hammer Throw. Also neat because that's 8 damage. Oh, that's 8 damage. Oh, I can get so close to killing him. Hang on. I'm just working. I know it's not my turn now because I've technically ended my turn on that note already up. But on the next turn, because this might dictate whether or not I could flip my card before ending my turn. So that would be 6 damage, leaving him on 9. Oh, that would leave him on 1 health. Oh, unless I can also spend on that. Nope, I don't have enough cards. I would get very close though. And it's double encounter cards. Both cards which make the villain scheme, which is like Red Skull clenching his fist, they've been drawn. So the encounter cards are not going to be additional scheme, presumably. The most Rhino can scheme in a single round is 4. Because at most you can have 3 boosts. So that would leave me 1 leeway. Yeah, I'm ending my turns flipping down, which means my hand size is actually 5, so I can draw 1 more. Hercules. Oh, he costs 6 to get out. Oh, reduce the cost by 1 for each minion. Not any good to us. So, 1... Oh, I wasn't counting the 1 for just going to the villain phase, so if this has 3 pips on it, we lose. It has no pips, so he only adds 1 more. Let me just remove 2 of them. So it's at 4. Then 2 encounter cards, and then there's 1 left in the deck. It's 2 encounter cards because of this. When revealed, if Bomb Scare is in play, assign X damage among... It isn't. If Bomb Scare is not in play, the attack gains Surge, so we're actually getting all the cards. It's a Hydra Mercenary, so he's on guard, so we're not allowed to attack the villain. That's terrible timing, but a villain minion got drawn, so I'm drawing 2 cards. Attached to Rhino. When any amount of damage would be dealt to Rhino, place it here instead, and then when there's 5 you discard. That's the worst possible timing for an excellent upgrade form. Also, the encounter deck has ran out, so it gains an acceleration token, which means +1 threat at the top of every round, which means I really needed to be able to kill Rhino this round, so I think unfortunately we've lost based on threat. If I let him attack me, we might have another turn. But if I draw one of those red skull cards and make him scheme, there's no way we have an extra turn. Ooh, okay, we have options. It's not good options. I'm going to need to think through the perfect turn somehow. Well, this is quite the situation. I'm definitely going to have to play a Battle Fury because I need to be able to attack twice. Hercules is going to pay for that because him being out there is not going to help me, sadly. So Battle Fury we've already seen and talked about. Boom, it's there. I have a Power of Aggression card to play, but I don't have any aggression cards in my hand that cost more than 1. But if I want to spend on Hammer Throw, I need 3 energy. And it's not an aggression card, so I would need 3 cards. I was just thinking maybe I could equip that Jarbjorn and then do 2 excess damage, because then I could hit Rhino with Thor's armor, or rather with his hammer just normally, and it would do that side damage. You have to spend a thing on top of that. No, I need to save for Hammer Throw. Okay, so we're flipping up the hero side because we basically have to. We are... Oh wait, I wouldn't have been able to draw 2 cards, would I? Because I said when did he come out? Did I draw 2 cards for him? Because I wasn't on my hero side, so I shouldn't have. I've forgotten what 2 cards it was. I think it was Jarbjorn and Mean Swing. I'm going to put those back. Oh no, it was Hercules, wasn't it? Oh, I don't remember. We'll just have to play on. I think we've lost because of the threat anyway. So we're swinging for 3. Kill the mercenary. We are taking 1 damage. Going down to 9 to proc Battle Fury to re-ready ourselves. Then I need to do 5 damage to break the armor that Rhino has. So I'm doing Mean Swing, which means we're hitting for 6. The armor goes away. Unfortunately that counts as tapping us, because it's when you do a basic attack. Then I am chucking my hammer. 3 threat paid for Hammer Throw. Exhaust Mjolnir, deal 8 damage to an enemy, return Mjolnir to your hand. It does deal overkill. Maybe I should have done that in a different order. If I'd done 8... Oh, I absolutely did that in the wrong order. Because 8, 7, 6, 5... Yeah, I did not think that through at all. I should have started with Hammer Throw, done it on the Hydra Mercenary. 3 of that 8 damage kills him. Overkill means it then gets the rest onto Rhino, which is 5, which immediately takes out the armor. Which means I then get to hit with Thor normally twice. Although the hammer would be in my hand, so it would only be 4 damage. But that's still +1 more than I would have been doing just now, so I'm going to say that's what I did, because I spotted the more optimal order. So I tapped without the hammer. The hammer is in my hand. 2 damage, Battle Fury procs, 2 damage again, so 4, yeah. Yeah, I did not think that turned through. I forgot that the Hammer Throw gives overkill. So, only the hammer in my hand. We draw 3. Lady Sif, Asgard, and Genius. I'm not much of a genius because I didn't spot that optimal order until I talked it through. Untap. And we see if we lose the threat. 1 goes on, sorry, no, 2 goes on. I forgot the acceleration. There is a token for it, but I didn't look it out. So that's 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we lose after 1 more turn unless I kill Rhino in this next turn. Encounter card for him, no sorry, just boost card for him attacking me. 3, just 3. So we're down to 6 health. Encounter card, if it's Red Skull we lose. It's another Hydro Bomber, okay. So choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat. I'll have to take the 2 damage because otherwise we lose instantly. Have at the procs, so I draw 2. Get over here and God of Thunder. So, can this many cards deal 11 damage? Let me think about it. Well, as I was sitting here thinking what I could possibly do, I forgot that should have been 2 encounter cards because of breaking and taking. Sandman! Now, how often does have at the proc? Once per phase, and that would have been the same phase, so nothing. Alright, so Sandman is out there as well. Again, I don't think it's going to matter. I can't do 11 damage. I can't even get it anywhere close, unfortunately. We could certainly get Mjolnir back out. So that means I'm hitting for 3 base. I can then get Lady Sif out. And when she enters play, you can ready Thor. So I could hit for 3, put Lady Sif out, he readies, hit again for 3, so that's 6. And she hits for 2, which is 8. And that's not enough. So we would lose. So the only thing I can do is bring Lady Sif out and have her thwart and hope that that's enough. And we get 1 more turn if Thor lives. Thor living is not a great chance either because he's only got 4 health left. So, but that's literally the only way we even have a chance. So I'm paying for Lady Sif to come out. The Genius card is 2, so that's 4 in total. Oh, well, technically not yet. First, I'm hitting for 3. So he's down to 8. Lady Sif comes out. He readies. I use him to attack again for 3. He comes down to 5. Lady Sif thwarts for 2. Takes 1 consequential damage. There's 2 left. And then we go to the villain turn where Thor needs to live. If... Oh, well, technically end of turn I get to see my new hand first. That will help me decide. 4 cards. 3, 4. I have 1 left in my deck. Chase them down, hammer throw, power of aggression, cut them down. Hammer throw on its own is enough to get the kill. And I have enough to cast it here. I need to be in hero form for it. And I only need to exhaust Mjolnir. So that means if I exhaust Thor by blocking, I can still do it, right? So that means he can block 1 hit coming in. And I can have Lady Sif take the big hit from Rhino. It's going to have to be. And then we just have to hope that the 2 encounter cards aren't terrible. So, 2 threat on main scheme. Rhino attacks, Lady Sif is blocking. It's 3, 4 damage. Which would have taken Thor out. Sorry, Sif. Sandman is hitting for... Oh no, I didn't think that through either. Sandman's hitting for 3. So no, that's the one I'll block. So he's actually hitting for 1. Because I'm blocking 2 of it. So that's down to 3, down to 1. He's hitting for 1, so I'm down to 2 health remaining. Encounter cards. If one of them adds threat to the main scheme, we lose. We lose. That's bad luck. The other one would have been attached to Rhino, so the next time he attacks he would have overkill. We lost because of that card, because the villain is scheming for a 1 base, which is enough for it to hit its cap. For the record though, it would have been 3. If we went into that next turn, it would have simply just been a case of spending those 3 for a hammer throw. Sorry, I don't know if they were too reflective or not, but spending those 3 for a hammer throw. Hammer throw does 8. It does overkill as well, and we only need to do 5, so I could have taken a Hydra Bomber out just for the sake of it as well. We were this close. It came down to the last turn. That's unfortunate, but that card, it's got a very apt facial expression on it because it just cost us the game. Well, that was close. What was the last card in the deck? It was another Battle Fury, which actually ended up being handy. So what kind of screwed me there? Well, I think the very first Defender of the 9 Realms I used, milling 10 cards, probably wasn't that as many as 10, like 7 or 8 cards from the encounter deck, because that put the +1 on it, which meant that we had less time. If I'd had one more turn, we lived through that turn. So if I hadn't have milled the encounter deck, then that scheme might not have cost us, because it would have been 2 less. And how much? Well, no, hang on, he was scheming for 3, so maybe not. But who's to say that that milling didn't help us in the long run? I don't really remember, because it was right back at the start. It was close, and the negatives to Thor's deck, the base deck he comes with, is very obvious. He cannot deal with thwart in any significant way, and the one way he does have is catastrophic, depending on how many minions are in your encounter deck. I think, let's see, Shocker, Sandman, 2 Hydro Bombers, 2 Hydro Minions, I think, in total. So, honestly, there is a few. Yeah, there's a second Bomber. Oh, Mercenary. And that's it. And then, well, we have Sandman and the Bomber out, and then Shockers here. So yeah, there wasn't even that many. And another Mercenary, yeah. So it is, his one method of looking for thwart is definitely rough. As far as I'm concerned, the weakest card in his deck is Invulnerability. I just don't see how you would ever have the resources or need to play that instead of anything else. You'd probably want to swap it with something. I have no idea what, but I wouldn't use this. It just seems like a terrible card. But that's just at a cursory glance. He's strong. He might be better as a 2 team. You know, even if you're playing solo, if you're controlling 2 heroes, have him just doing ridiculous damage and have someone focused on keeping thwart, or rather thwarting the schemes. Then he feels like he's meant for that kind of role rather than a solo role. But still fun. And it was down to the wire. So that's the best kind of match where it's up in the air. Had his scheme or personal vendetta come out, his nemesis, that's the word, we would have got to see Loki and some frost giants. But it's very rare that these come out, thankfully, because I think they're rough. Breaking and taking, that was also kind of nasty. But anyway, I think this one ended up being shorter as a result of Rhino just being simple. It's like blunt force trauma. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to show your support, as I've been saying. You'll probably see this long after I've recorded it, because I'm just keeping it in the hopper to fill some space while I transition over to a new PC, as I talked at length about last time. So I'm not sure when you'll see this, but when you do, I hope you enjoy it, and I shall see you again in the future for more. Until then, ta-ta for now.